Hello and welcome to Shop Talk with Dan the Man. In today's video we're going to talk about what tool brand is best, and I have a special guest with me, so stay tuned.
Hello, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dan Shannon. I enjoy woodworking as a hobby and being out in the shop. On this channel, dive deep into my shop as we explore tools and tool reviews, as well as chatting about everything related to woodworking. If this grabs you by the tool belt, please subscribe to my channel if you want more videos like this.
Welcome to Shop Talk with Dan the Man. Today's video we're going to talk about what tool brand is best, and today I got a special guest, Isaac Russell. How's it going?
It's good.
Good. Yeah, thanks for being here. So a lot of times when we talk about tool brands, people look at side by side rather comparisons, whether it's torque, say 2 drills, the motor size, specs, all that. But one thing you need to consider when you're thinking about tools is what you're going to be using them for. And a lot of times you can get by with a drill that's maybe mediocre or even low grade, depending on what you're doing with it. So a carpenter, for example, he needs something that's top performance, high end, mainly because he puts food on the table with it. The average person, has a hobby shop, for example, myself. I don't make money with my tools. So I don't need the top of the top, something that's going to get me through the day. If it breaks, no big deal. I can wait a little bit or finish the project the next day. Carpenter, no, they're on the job. They have to get it done. So there is time where you need better tools depending on what you're using them for. And the odd time, you might say, well, what's the difference between Ryobi and Rigid? And you might want to go online and just kind of, give a comparison to see, is one tool better than the other? And that's fine. But we're really trying to focus on what you're doing with your tool. A lot of times you get overwhelmed by the brand. And don't get me wrong, the brand is good.
It's important,
Yeah, it's important, but being out in your shop, this is what this channel is all about. Getting out in your shop, using your tools, and looking for the best results in that. And and there's also someone that might hang a shelf once a year. So why would they spend a lot of money on a high-end pro level tool when, to be honest, that shelf can be hung with a job mate or something that's on sale or really cheap, because their needs aren't that great. And the 3 kind of categories I would jot down if you were going to look into some tools for your shop, whether it's hobby or even a carpenter, for example, they all have to consider these 3 things. The first thing would be, why do you buy the tool?
Yeah.
So what are you doing? Isaac, let's let you share for a little bit. I mean, he brought some tools in here that he bought, and what was your reason for buying these tools? In your shop and what you do with them.
Yeah, I've kind of been in a few different camps in different seasons. For a little bit, I was self-employed, so I had to have some pretty good tools that really I could trust to get the job done, because it was depending on meeting customers' needs. Other times I just, you're building something, a bit of a hobbyist. And then this season in my life, I'm just that guy who, just hangs a shelf once in a while. But these tools I can, trust to get it done. Lately I've been just going with Ryobi there. It's value, it's, it's not going to break the budget. They seem to work okay. They don't have a crazy great warranty, but they do have a warranty. But they got the One Plus, the batteries sync with all their stuff, which is pretty cool. So I just brought one of my, the bigger batteries, the 4A. This thing works pretty good. It's I even have the Ryobi lawnmower, so it's pretty cool that way. It even works with that. And then I got this vacuum. Fun fact, my wife uses this more than me. I bought it for myself, but she tends to use it. Cleans up a lot of Cheerios. My drill. You always got to have a drill. This bad boy was bought in a value pack, and it's still running strong. And then I have my inflator here. And this is great for, pumping up balls, basketballs, different things, bike tires. But primarily I actually use this for the car. When I notice the PSI levels down, it's not where it is, just bam, and it fills it back up for me. So
beauty. What was that noise again?
Just bam.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
And it's like
yeah.
Bam, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Like start rapping with the pump.
Yeah,
I get it.
so,
Yeah, I get it.
But it's just a practical tool, right? So just kind of the guy who, bit of a hobbyist / here and there, but they're just practical tools that anybody could really have and not break the bank as well. So
yeah, and that was my second point. Your budget. So a lot of times, you'll have a reason why you're purchasing a tool. So say, for example, a house renovation. You want to start working on a floor in your home, and you don't have any tools. Well, I say to the wife, it's a good reason to buy some. Hey, it cuts costs for someone else coming by, and in the end, you own all your gear.
Yep,
right?
True.
So that's a big plus. So your budget, that's kind of a big thing. I would probably sit down and figure out, a shop like even this size. You can see all these tools. These weren't all bought at the same time. Now, wouldn't it be great to grab a card and just go in and buy whatever you want whenever you want? Yeah, that'd be awesome. But unfortunately, with houses and cars and kids, craft dinner, expenses, it's all comes down to your budget. And all these tools were slowly bought. They weren't, a one-time purchase thing. But with that said, you just mentioned about a value pack. So a lot of times, depending on what you're doing with your tools, Black Friday, there's other sales, Christmas time, that's a prime time.
Great time.
They have Home Depot has these blowout sales, and you can go and get basically all the tools you'd need, for the most part, your main tools, on sale. And why not? If it's just a shop that you're in and it's hobby reasons, not for financial, you're not making money with it, why not, buy some of these tools? And then the third thing would be your brand. So buying the tool for your budget, then you can shop brand. Because we know for a fact that your high end is going to be high end cost. It's just build quality. Like you're paying not just for the brand, you're paying for the build quality. And I got a story. I was using a Mastercraft drill. It wasn't the drill's fault. Let's speak up front with that. So I was countersinking a floor at one of my houses that I had, and it was squeaking. So I wanted to take the main floor, the plywood, to the floor joists, countersink it so there's no squeak before I put my main floor down. So I went along, piece of cake. Got 2 batteries with this drill. It was a kit that I bought from Canadian Tire. And let's just say halfway through, it was smoking. Plastic was burning up pretty good.
Wow.
Now, I will say I pushed the drill. The drill wasn't made to, like I said, carpenter versus hobby. It wasn't made to be pushed that hard. But I had a project, and I was like, I'm doing it. So I was just going. The smoke was just flying out of it. Like, it was crazy. Yeah. Yeah.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like a lot of brands, like they'll have different degrees of tools too. Like they're just kind of their basic tool, then they get in some brushless stuff and then keep going. So yeah, I can see how some of that just they're using just their basic one just to get on stuff. Like a lot more wear and tear. It's not as tough. Like, but if you climb up in some of their brushless stuff, get a little better. Like they can take a little more, hustle and bustle, right?
That's true. Yeah, a lot of lines have multiple tiers of performance when it comes to their tool lineup, and
it's all the budget too, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, all this kind of has to work together. The brand, the budget, and what you're doing, like that all needs to fit together nicely, to proceed. But a lot of times, like I say, we get caught up with, we got to get this, or Delta's the best, or DeWalt, or whatever. And I get it. There's people out there that are solid on their brand. I can even say to myself that Rigid, obviously, I'm a big fan.
You are?
Yeah. Oh, you just noticed that now.
Okay,
all right. Yeah. So Rigid, and the reason why I go with them, and it's like I said in quite a few of my videos before with tool reviews, is I like their LSA, their lifetime. So if anything happens to the drill, components, whatever, I just send it in and it gets fixed.
I've personally done that, yeah. Rigid's a great tool.
Yeah, you actually, I think you shared last time a story that you had.
Yeah, works out well.
Yeah, with Rigid. So at the end of the day, the goal of this video wasn't about comparing side-to-side tools with the brands and how they perform. It was all about picking your budget, picking your situation, what you use the tool for, and then going after the brand that best suits all those things. And no matter the size of the shop that you have, it's just about getting out there and having fun, enjoying the tools, and don't forget about your safety. It goes along with each tool. That's very important. Yep. Just did a small video on that, and I'm going to do some more later on about safety and what it means in the shop and how you need to be safe. But thanks for coming on board today. And being here and bringing some of your tools along just to show people. So don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to click this video here and click the subscribe button down below.
Smash that subscribe button.
Yeah, smash it.
Smash it.
Have a great day.